I already have added ASP.NET MVC based project in this solution, and this is a plain template, nothing new added here. So to begin with, and I will be using again IOptions pattern here, and because that is way powerful that we imagine, and let's see how that is. So let me start by adding a folder. I will name it IOptions model, and in IOptions model we'll be adding a class email setting, and let's make it sealed. And this is question for you, why I making this class as sealed? You give your answers in the comments and we can discuss further then. And this will have a couple of properties, let's say an email, and we want to get but only allow to initialize once, and same we will use for another property that will be frequency, and that will be an integer. That is a frequency, that how many times we should retry to send an email, just a scenario. All right, let me copy paste exact keys from here and jump back to our program.cs file. Here we will configure the IOptions service, and for that one we'll be using builder.services.configure, and that will configure IOption of the same class email setting, and we need to provide that one builder.configuration.get section, and here we can pass the name of the class because we are going to create an object within appSettings.json file here, the same name, and that object will have two properties. One is email and the other one will be the frequency. Let's give one to the frequency like this, and for the email one we can use example@mail.com. So that was all required to read configurations from the app settings.json. Let's try this out by injecting, let's use private read only email setting and email settings, and we can inject IOptions in the controller here. IOptions email setting, that is not model, that should be IOptions, and we need to add the reference as well, email setting, and here we can use email settings is equal to email setting dot value, and straight away let's assign that dot email is equal to email settings dot email, and same for viewback dot frequency is equal to email settings dot frequency, and we can use those viewbacks inside our views home index.cshtml to see the values on the page. So that would be @viewback.email, and let's use same paragraph property for viewback.frequency. Let's build the application and run to see what's happening on the UI, and the UI is giving us the value 0. One thing we just used here was the I option of email settings, so that was not required at the moment. Let me refresh the application. Okay, so we are able to read example email and the frequency here. Awesome. And the bonus point is how we can use that email setting object directly inside controller without I options. So we can achieve that by configuring another service, which is builder.services.add singleton, and we will be adding singleton for email service, and that would be email service dot get quiet service, and that would be around I option like this, and of email setting, and we will be using dot value here. So we will be creating a service of type singleton, which means as soon as app is initialized, the instance will be available, and that can be usable with our classes through dependency injection. So now we don't actually need the IOptions here in the controller. We can directly utilize that here and use within our code. So there is no change in the UI side, just we reduce some code, the injection code within our controls. So that was all for this video. In this video, we have used IOptions pattern in ASP.NET MVC application to read a configuration, and for the configuration, we created a class that is a representation of the JSON object within appSettings.json, and the bonus point was to read those configuration without IOptions within the controller, and we have achieved that by directly injecting our IOptions object as singleton service in program.cs file. In case of any questions or query, do ask me in the comments, and see you in the next one.